Americans know about this lawless bombing of the boats off the coast of Venezuela. This is in violation of international law. These are war crimes that are being committed. I definitely agree with Jimmy Panetta when he says that there is a lack of due process. I also agree with Jimmy Panetta when he says that a declaration of war requires approval by the Congress. That doesn't mean it's lawful from an international perspective just because the American Congress approves of the war. And I don't think a war in Venezuela is lawful. The thing that worries me about Jimmy Panetta is that I'm never hearing him speak out against the validity of a war against Venezuela. It's important to understand Jimmy Panetta just voted in favor of this resolution that was condemning socialism. That resolution was condemning in the same breath Stalinist USSR, Maoist China with all the millions that were killed in famine, and Maduro in Venezuela. What Jimmy Panetta is doing is he's grouping this current government in Venezuela with some of the greatest tyrants of the 20th century. What he's saying is it is valid to overthrow the government of Venezuela. That is what he's saying there. He's not saying it explicitly because I think he knows that overwhelmingly his constituents do not want another regime change war. But this is subtly what he's doing. He's supporting a war in Venezuela. This is actually unsurprising when you look at who his campaign donors are. Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Raytheon, the companies that make the weapons, that make the missiles, that make the jets. These are the companies that make huge profits off of these wars. Is beholden to them. So it's unsurprising that he won't speak out against a regime change war in Venezuela.